Thursday morning session, CYSA CS0003. Here we go. All right. So, hello, Mr. Howard here. Mic check should be good. Make sure we got a mirror. Yep. Check our face. Start doing that more. Look at this, my brand new job. May the favor of God go before me on the interview next week. Another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. But how does that get these another ones? May I remember what Colonel Houston said, man. Just have a positive attitude. Yeah. Just know that it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Even God. Thank you, Lord, for this $3,900. Like, who would actually be wanting to? But you know who? The people in the military. They take these classes and they don't care. And they wonder why we don't want to be in the military. patch of land. Okay. No, you open it. It's better emergency. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, so what else? 2001, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh, hit a button. What's going on? Open. Open the hole. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I've got your things open up. It's your guides, your PowerPoints, and everything ready for those last 3 chapters. You got 3 different pages of test. And remember, she gave me the picture of the passcode. Go to your other camera and take a photo of the passcode for examtopics.com. Let's put that in my notes. To actually get the practice exam, to play with it and do it until you master it in less than, you got 200 questions. When I can do all 200 questions without no problem, I'm ready for the test. So we're not ready to take a test yet. That would be stupid. So is my see my PDF. I can highlight. Guess what it does? It tracks all the highlights. So if I go back to page 1 of the PDF, put a note here. Makes you smile. You know, you're a black nigga. Website, username, password from. Let's get it right now. All right, let's do it. So URL, username, password. And here's the good news: as you study these questions, you're growing because you're learning what they want you to focus on by the answer choices. Don't mean that's all. This is just a little bit. 1 second. Turn the volume down. Mute it. Volume down. Mute. Okay. And let me call. See if I can reset lady whether she picks up real quick. Give me a second. Stretch the back. Let's take this call. Get back. Can't wait to lose weight. Remember, as I told Shay, that big old belly. Get this 170 pounds. She said she want to get to 160. Thank you for the ISC CSIP cert and for the next 2 certs. Gotta come with the money for it. Let's check the email and make sure. Good morning. Hello, this is Mr. Howie. Phone number 470-452-3100. In class today and tomorrow. Fortunately, unable to pick up the phone, leaving a voicemail message because you took the time to call me. And I saw the message, saw the call, but I did not know if you left a voicemail message. I didn't seem to receive one. If you could just leave me a voicemail message, please don't mind. I'm not reaching you all different cases. My number social is 594-624-687. 594-624-687. I thank you so much for letting me know whether I was approved with the documents I submitted, because they're really important to me. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye. All right. You do what you gotta do. Okay. So go to look at video. Nope. So it was actually a video, and in the video she wrote it down, 49 seconds, and we're going to look at edit it. I'm going to see if I can make it better or not. Nope. I can't get to cancel. We're going to move over. That wasn't the one. That was a good video. One I'm looking for, maybe. Is this a video or not? It's a picture. Let's go back and look at all these. Which one's videos? Which one's pictures? Okay, car. Okay. Okay. Which one is this? Alright, I open up that thing, my computer sped up, now it's calmed down. So over-revving is definitely a problem. Yeah, shouldn't have over-rev. Alright, open up test questions. Okay. Okay, so I got the website here. I'm going to look at the notifications, and here's what I've submitted on my case. Begin date 4/16, renewal notice 4/14, appeal rights, email opened, Let's see if I can open this view. Because they're sending all my notices here. Thank God. Remedial notice. So, John, give me a second. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna play me some darknet diaries.
What's a mercenary? Let me look this up. Okay, there are two main definitions. One is a soldier hired to do work for another army, and the second is a person who works purely because of monetary gains. I'm gonna guess that they don't have allegiance other than whoever's paying them. They're hirelings. They get paid to do a job,
Okay.
to get it done, and they're not supposed to ask
Right.
why. Mercenaries are people. People are complex. They're filled
So
with
that's L.
motives.
Sutton.
They actually do have allegiance, even if they're paid to forget about that. And if you pay a mercenary
Also the
something
I
that
got it.
goes over their moral line they've got internally, conflict happens. Everything falls apart.
157.
These are true stories from the dark side of the internet. I'm Jack Resider. This is Darknet Diaries. Let's get started. Ready? Yes, sir. So let's start with your name, or what do you want to be called on this show, and what do you do?
Hi, yeah, my name is David, and I am a type of offensive intelligence analyst. I track foreign intelligence hacking in the United States. That's what I do now.
Oh my gosh, I have like 20 questions already just from saying that. Did you say offensive intelligence analyst?
That's correct.
It went from give it to me to take it back. It's like, what?
So,
Yeah,
if a foreign intelligence organization would gain access to any type of U.S.-based critical infrastructure, that would be something that I would help investigate.
I'm in a work
This
investment
is going to
program.
be a great episode. It's
And so
very
therefore I
exciting
should
to
come
me
back.
because David is going to tell us a story
Provided.
that
Talk to her later.
was a secret up until this year and still remains somewhat shrouded.
Oh, sorry.
So, let's get into it. Let's start when he was a teenager. In high school, David really wasn't into computers at all.
Well, I was a long-distance runner. I was involved in all different types of extracurricular things, student government and stuff like that.
After high school, he went to college and got his degree.
It was actually in religion and philosophy.
Interesting. Take note here. Imagine all the morals and ethics one
That's
has to
me.
consider
I'm
while
for this.
majoring
That's
in
it. Religion, philosophy.
My
That's my
goal
degree.
at that point were to pursue a career sort of alongside some of my, basically other peers that I might be able to make a difference to. So I did look into, hey, how could I potentially join as a chaplain? But, talking to other people in that same world, they said, well, I've never even met my chaplain, or I've never had a real conversation.
Well, I'm a chaplain.
And I
Yeah.
realized if I
This
really
guy's
wanted
a
to
chaplain,
make
dude.
any
That's
type
me.
of,
It's same.
difference in people's lives, it wasn't going to be as a chaplain.
Huh.
So after getting his degree, David
That's
decides to join
interesting.
the military. To the Navy he goes. He does his initial boot camp, graduates from that fairly easy, and is a full-fledged Navy sailor. But David was hungry for more.
Check this out. He becomes a
My
Navy SEAL.
initial, school was in Buds, so I
He
joined.
went to
To
SEALs.
sort of become,
A
go to
SEAL
that Navy SEAL track and kind of see how that went.
is a chaplain.
Whoa. BUDS is basic underwater demolition training. It's what you need to go through
Thank
to
you,
become
Spirit.
a Navy SEAL. This is the most rigorous, demanding, and crazy training there is in the Navy. This is what they call Hell Week, and it's much longer than a week. Those who make it through this become practically drown-proof. They become
Yeah.
frogmen, and most of all, they become weapons experts.
Watch this. He did not want to kill people for life. Check this out.
Mindset was the last time I was deployed, I got every type of kill other than a knife kill. And he was like bragging about that. He just really wanted to get a knife kill. And that was like,
Yeah, that
okay, you know
feels
what?
good.
I don't want that to be me. Like, I'm not saying that like every Navy SEAL is like that, but the potential, if somebody can become like that, then there's a potential that I can become like that. And so that was something that I wanted to avoid. That's an important job, and I have a lot of respect for Navy SEALs. But I just sort of had this fear
some soul searching while there. You question yourself on whether you want this bad enough, or if you're fit enough to do it. You have to put mind over matter and push yourself beyond limits you think you can't ever get over.
Hey, good morning.
If you're gonna push yourself beyond your own limits, you better really want what you're working for. David wasn't sure if being a Navy SEAL was for him. He knew that Navy SEALs just weren't a bunch of killers, but he started to question if he really wanted it bad enough. So he rang the bell, quit buds, and looked for something else to do in the Navy. Still, he wasn't interested in computers like at all. The only thing he knew how to do was check Facebook and emails at that point. He's fit, buff even, and
How's your morning?
religion and philosophy.
That's
So
good.
looked at his options,
So far,
and
good.
for some reason, computers and cyber warfare caught his attention. So he decided to sign up for that in the Navy. Immediately, he needed training though.
Well, I mean, the training is pretty basic. I mean, essentially, actually, when I say basic, I don't mean basic. I mean, it's the same type of training we get everywhere else from a cybersecurity perspective, but it's the pace is significantly faster. So instead of going through, a 12-week course to learn how to code, you do all of that in 1 week. And you literally learn all of it in a single week. And now you start to learn everything from assembly language all the way up to coding languages, and then how that's interacting with different types of assembly languages, and how coding, you understand the process, how it all sort of goes. So you go up to that spot, and you go back to the application layer, and then you move back down to sort of the exploitation layer.
That's right. That's when we get to exploitation.
The exploitation layer in that environment is not taught. Buffer overflows and exploitation analysis is not taught until you get into more OJT or following courses or different shops.
This amazes me. I mean, the Navy teaches people how to hack. I sort of know they do that, but it kind of boggles my mind every time I hear it. So he got training and then started doing security analyst work for the Navy.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 months before I realized. I mean, in that time frame, I was learning kind of a certain type of cybersecurity analyst or an exploitation analyst, or training, how to be a general IT person. I sort of
Is the computer working? Yeah.
I know I pulled my connection yesterday. I can't find the cable.
Oh.
Is that weird?
Mm.
I'm like, it should be right here. I just pulled it
Yeah.
and pulled the cable.
The company was called Cyberpoint. It's based in Baltimore in the US. And it's typical that not all the details are given about your duties until after you sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. But there was one more detail in this contract. If he was to accept it, he would have to move to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates for 2 years, which was the duration of his contract.
Not really ever traveled, not really gone anywhere. I mean, I had before, but being married, my wife had not. And so we, made a decision together.
They decided to take the job. Abu Dhabi. Off they go. They packed up everything they needed, said bye to the family, and moved to UAE, which is right in the Middle East. And the name of the hacking unit he was assigned to was called Project Raven.
For the first 30 days to 60 days, you're actually living in a hotel. I mean, it was just, I mean, there's so many red flags when you first get over there. You should know to yourself, I shouldn't be doing this.
What were some of them?
Well, the fact that you have 2 different folders that explain different companies of region, that should be one of them. Like, this is what we told you you're going to be doing. This is what you're actually going to be doing.
He must be really smart.
Would show up at Project
Yeah.
Raven, they would get 2 back-to-back meetings.
Very.
First was the purple meeting. In this purple meeting, you're given a folder with information, and it says you're here strictly to carry out defensive measures within the cybersecurity discipline, such as deploying firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and other defensive measures. But as soon as that purple meeting was over, new employees were told that's just a front. It's a cover story that you can tell your family or anyone who pushes you to ask what you're doing. Then immediately you're given the flag of the meeting with a new folder. In this flag meeting, you're told a very different story. Here you're told you're going to be helping CYSA conduct offensive cyber operations. This meeting further explained that CYSA was the secret part of the Canadian government, which is similar to the NSA, and that you're going to be helping them conduct electronic exploitation and collect information from specific targets.
This is not what I ordered, but
Ah.
it came yesterday.
Oh
It
yeah.
might have your.
Wow. We'll look into the video then.
This is actually a sort of common thing to experience.
It's not what I was expecting.
Oh no, it's not what you're expecting.
Uh-uh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, it
Okay.
didn't happen. But
So
it's
it looks like it's.
convenient and cute and
Mm-hmm. How do you open it up? Do you know?
slide there.
Oh, slides up. Okay. Oh. Oh. It's not bad. Look at those small holes there. Oh God. That's nice. Huh. How much did that cost? It's beautiful. I'm gonna buy one of those for my glasses. Yes, ma'am. You went to that website. I got it. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Does it have a little teeny one?
Oh, it does. They got a couple of them in there, but I don't want to mess with it.
Oh, you
Those are-
can.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. Wow.
The operation would go down like this. First, an order. Information was relayed to the management and managers would then work with those in the targeting.
They got so many teeny ones.
By the targets.
It's Phillips. Okay, it's Phillips. Got the tiny one there.
They would use fake identities and beg them to
That might be.
anonymously rent server
How do you
space.
tell me how do you take them up, open it up?
In case the
I should
target
have did
figures
this
out they're
one.
being spied on and they try to track it down, doesn't come all the way back to this villa.
Oh, check that
This
out.
anonymous, untrackable guy.
Okay.
Then the targeting team would get to work.
Target
Scouring
Mr.
the
Work.
target's social media and trying to learn as much as they can about the target to strategize on a way to get into the victim's computers and phones. Once they knew a method of attacking, the target team would figure out what attacks to use or create an exploit from scratch. The target team was very good. They knew that the more you know about the target, the easier it will be to create exploits for them. The operations team
Oh, it's flat.
they'd be given all the tools to do the job and all the information on the target. Then
China?
Yeah, yes.
At this point, you might be wondering who's hiring this group and conducting the spying and hacking. It was the UAE government who was hiring them to conduct these hacks. And it sounds like the UAE government was in the
Thank you.
process of getting their own internal hacking group
Perfect
set up,
stuff.
but they needed to hire this
Oh,
group of
yeah.
mostly American
Very nice. I think it's really good for Network Plus and A Plus.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
And anything else.
Yes, ma'am.
Tiny glasses.
Thank you, Miss Sanders.
Sure.
Yes. That's awesome. Huh. I think one of those.
It was given the same sort of mission each time.
Was just on what could be perceived as terrorist activity, and we were protecting all infrastructure.
Makes sense, right? Maybe we can get behind this. Let's use hacking to get into terrorist cells and anyone planning to attack the UAE infrastructure and stop any terrorist attacks before they happen. And that's what happened. David and the team at Project Raven were learning what terrorists were planning and giving this information to the UAE government to stop them. No, I should add an important note here. All of this hacking was done by citizens of the UAE, which are called Emiratis.
You've been doing your labs?
Yes, yes.
How do you like them?
And they're good. They're good. They're really exciting.
Okay.
PowerShell's one first 3-4 labs are really great.
Yeah.
I plan to do all 34 of the labs over the next week or two because I know the labs they're just really hands-on. And so building up to do the applied, trying to do the first labs for the applied, when I do that test lab, pass that, knock it out. But it's really good stuff.
Good.
Especially adding the information that you teach us. It's been really helpful. All right.
It's clearly illegal to share classified information with other people. So David couldn't tell these Emiratis any secret information that he was privy to at the NSA. But in this case, David was sharing cyber spying techniques with the Emiratis. Provided it's not proprietary
All
NSA
right.
style tactics and exploits, there isn't any hard law prohibiting him from teaching others how to hack, such as how to set up a phishing email and use Metasploit to gain access to the victim's machine. I mean, anyone can learn this just like you do.
I can listen to those over and over again. They're so interesting.
I know. It's fascinating.
We are going to look at analyzing potential malicious activity.
Yes, chapter 11. Okay.
All right. We'll do questions this afternoon.
Okay.
Tomorrow
Okay.
we'll do the chapter
Okay.
and we'll go through the questions.
Okay.
And we'll see how long we can stay.
Okay.
Thank you for staying yesterday. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
no, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me stay. Well, as for Sean, I stayed all the way to 6, and then another class come in, CCNA class would come in, and like, oh, we got this room.
Yeah.
So well, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. We got a lot done.
Yeah.
Wednesday is always hump day for me, so long days, hump day.
Yeah. Mike. Remember that commercial?
Mm-hmm.
The camel?
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's hump day.
Mm-hmm.
The camel. Alright, we are looking for indicators. Now, it kind of makes sense that when you see a spike in activity. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, there's all kinds of things coming at me. You know, what's going on? Traffic spike is, you know, it's like generating all kinds of different types of packets. It could be hitting firewall, it could be generating in the network or whatever. We're trying to take down a server. And basically, it's going to be some sort of, you know, generated attack. Whether I am, you know, doing a reflected attack to your machine, it's still generating a lot of different activity from all over.
That's cool.
So yeah, well, yeah, I go in and find out what your MAC address is. I know what your IP address is because I just arced it, and I just send out a ping flood to everybody else, and then they attack you.
Ooh.
So that's called a Smurf attack or a reflected attack.
Smurf reflected.
And basically, all we're doing is generating a lot of traffic volume to be able to affect availability on the triad. So, as well as being a target for bot-based DDoS attacks,
Yes, bots.
it is possible that network hosts could be compromised and used to launch DDoS attacks. This behavior allows an attacker to mask the real location. That's what we're trying to do in the first place.
Yeah.
If attackers have compromised hosts in the network and turn them into bots, they will send large volumes of traffic to internet-connected or public IP addresses from the inside. So we've got the outside trying to come in, we've got the inside trying to go out and help other C2s to attack something else.
Yes, ma'am.
Worm activity is an issue that affects high traffic volumes, takes things down, and again, a reflection or application attack. Overwhelming number of hosts, simple devices like IoT, working as commercial scale botnets, and botnets can be leased or are accessible to anyone with an interest. And anybody can send out a Trojan, gather the world's bots, you know, and then use them to attack, say, DNS server or NTP or something like that.
Okay.
You know what NTP is?
Oh, net time protocol, yes.
What is the port?
Oh, the port number for it? Oh, don't know
Oh man.
that. I need to know the port number, huh?
So if you think of a clock, right?
Okay, I know the stratums. and
Time.
stuff. Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you've got your. Okay, so NTP. 1, 2, 3.
Huh. No way. That's not really.
Yep. Not fun.
It's better with that down. Yes.
They did a good job with that one.
Wow.
Easy to remember. DDoS mitigation. You've got your logs. You've got your. Finally they mentioned this. Finally they mentioned send it to a black hole or a sinkhole. Especially if the response is automated. Geolocation, IP reputation analysis can also help to identify and block suspicious traffic. So the black hole we don't care about. We don't care about that traffic. Just go away.
Right.
The sinkhole is like a honeypot. We want to analyze the traffic that's coming from there and see what is going on. See what we can do to protect against that.
Okay. Just like a honeypot, you say, huh?
Yeah, because we put somebody in a honeypot to be able to analyze, you know, the logs. You know,
Gotcha.
what did they do? What codes did they? What kind of things were they doing to be able to figure out
Beautiful.
how are they attacking the SQL server? You know, whatever.
Awesome. Oh God.
Okay, so DDoS mitigation, real-time analysis, suspicious traffic goes to a black hole or sinkhole. Geolocation, okay. Also mitigation, implementing cloud-based protections like Cloudflare
Yeah, I got that. I have that.
and Imperva.
Website, yeah.
Inspect the traffic before it reaches the organization's infrastructure. The organization's firewall is configured to allow sourced from cloud provider only, yeah, so inspect the traffic before it reaches, okay. Firewall is configured to allow traffic source from the cloud provider only. Cloud provider inspects traffic and blocks the attacks. They're taking this right out of the book.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, is that okay?
C2, CNC, command and control, refers to somebody who's trying to, I think of them as in The Incredibles, there was that kid who was trying to get back at him for saying, go away kid, I don't need your help.
Huh.
And he's in a spaceship and he's standing at the control, he's like, I can see him go, arise and attack. And that's this C2, Command and Control Center.
Mm-hmm.
This is made possible primarily through coordinated botnets. A command can be everything from a single ping or heartbeat to verify that the bot is still active in the botnet. And this is called
Beaconing.
yes, sir. Beaconing. A bot may beacon its CNC server by sending simple transmissions at regular intervals to unrecognized or suspicious domains. Irregular peer-to-peer, P2P traffic in the network could indicate that bot is communicating with centralized server. So DNS, it's difficult to pin down the frequently changed DNS names and IP address using techniques such as domain generation algorithms, DGAs, and fast flux DNS. Beacon activity is detected by capturing metadata about the sessions. Okay. The problem here is any legitimate applications also perform beaconing NTP servers, auto updates, cluster services. Indicators would include endpoints known as bad IP addresses, rate, timing, attempts, size packets.
Gotcha. Size packets. Okay, listen to some.
I think it's going down. Fast flux DNS. What? What did Team get in here? Fast flux cybercrime. Cyber extortion is increasing. Okay, yes, we know. Splunk, download the Splunk guide.
Yeah. Can't wait to download that.
It's on Splunk.com. Did you get your Splunk guide? What is, I went out there and I said, what is fast flux, Stevenness? I wanna know what fast flux. And I can see that, I'm thinking that it's got a database of information that it actually changes to, but I don't know. DNS technique for evading or origin server fingerprinting. Fast flux is a domain name system, a DNS-based evasion technique used in by cyber criminals to hide phishing and malware delivery websites. behind an ever-changing network of compromised hosts acting as reverse proxies to the back-end botnet master. A bulletproof autonomous system. Oh,
Fascinating. Bulletproof autonomous system.
yeah. Okay. Best Flux cybercrime. Cyber blackmail helpline. Stop blackmail. It's extortion hotline. Sorry. Curiosity hasn't killed this cat yet, but you know, never know. Okay, botnet beacons C2 server by sending simple transmissions. Beaconing is a periodic spike seen when analyzing traffic between a bot and a C2 host. CNC traffic types, IRC, I've seen lots of those. HTTP, HTTPS, and DNS tunneling. Okay, and then it shows the capture packets, and you've got source and destination. Oh yeah, you've got a lot of out of 15, 14 port. Oh, 37,343. Lots of acts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Those acts, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I acknowledge on that sequence one. Yeah. There's a lot of sequence.
Hey, I'm
7,
here.
2, 5.
Hey. Hey, I'm here. Yeah. There's one SYN, there's one SYNAC, and then there's a ton of, and they're pushing the acts right above the first one that's in blue. So push it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Here's all kind of fun stuff with this.
So we know they're beaconing. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
That was gonna get to. I can't wait to practice that later.
Did you ever use IRC?
No, not yet. We'll look forward to it though.
It was internet relay chat, and it was old. It's old.
Oh, it's old.
And ICQ.
That's old school.
Yeah. So use of IRC for CNC is less common than it was because it's old.
Gotcha.
Facilitate DNS tunneling include iodine, code career, .se. What's SE? SE. And GitHub. Okay. GitHub is a black hole to me.
Yeah, I love GitHub. I have it all. I go into
It's
every
a
day.
black hole.
Really? You don't like it?
Yeah, try to find something that you don't have a link to.
Right.
Oh man, it's just like stumbling around in a big huge warehouse at night.
Yeah.
Okay, social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social media sites have been vectors for CNC social media platforms. Like these allow attackers to issue commands through platforms' messaging capability. Many organizations allow unrestricted LinkedIn traffic. I've always known LinkedIn to be unsecure,
Really, I love LinkedIn.
which allows an attacker to issue commands to bots through active account profile. Sometimes CNC can leverage hashtags to encode command strings used by bots. These attacks have become less prevalent, and social media platforms incorporate controls to limit abuse. Well, that's good. Finally, they did something to help us out. Rogue devices on a network, are we there yet? No, we are not there yet, so, okay. Files like JPEGs and MP3s and MPEGs use metadata to describe images. Attacker can embed controlled messages inside this metadata, then send the metadata file to bots. Any communication channels supporting media sharing. Bandwidth consumption statistics may not always reveal suspicious activity, but monitoring attributes like average packet size, protocol percentage, that comes with experience in watching.
Okay.
So consider the techniques discussed in the blog post from Red Canary and securityintelligence.com. Red Canary. Not the downloads binary driver from TCP 445, which is SMB. Oh, TCP segment of a reassembled PDU. Oh, that's cool.
Protocol data. Oh, really?
Yeah, this program cannot run in DOS mode. In the packet, in the data packet. From 101, which is probably a router.
Probably.
I had a class where all we did was read
That's all?
packets.
Oh, wow.
And oh man, it got to be so boring.
Oh,
I mean, it's like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, you have to read packets again.
What was the name of the class?
It was just troubleshooting.
Okay, troubleshoot. Troubleshoot. Yeah, that's what I guess.
4.0 server.
Oh, wow.
All right. Rogue machines. Any unauthorized electronic equipment attached anywhere to the organization's environment or shadow IT. Wireless access points, servers, wired and wireless clients, software, virtual machines, smart devices. Do you think sometimes smartphones are smarter than the users?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had one since the first one, 07, when Bill Gates gave me that first iPhone. I think it is. I can't live without my iPhone. I mean, it's my bread and butter, I guess. Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
Oh, I know they're smarter than their users.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know it. Most people don't know it. Well, that's not true. All the younger people know what to do with it. But ARP.
ARP, yes.
ARP. Where are we? We're not in there. I think they don't put all this, but this is important.
Okay.
ARP, spoofing, ARP poisoning. What do you get when you do ARP and IP address?
Yes. I just read this protocol. On the ARP.
I ARP and an IP address. What do I get?
Yeah, MAC address. Sure.
Yeah. So attackers execute spoofing attack, sending cache update requests. Yes, ARP always overwrites its records. The latest request. IDS such as Snort and Circata
Yeah, those are the ones.
effectively identify suspicious traffic because ARP poisoning attacks generate much more ARP traffic than normal. Okay. Rogue device on the network. So we've got network taps and WAPs.
Yeah, why is this?
While there are dedicated rogue pen test rogue W WAPs, such as Wi-Fi Pineapple. I've got to get one of those.
Oh, new one. That Wi-Fi. Yeah, see that. I've heard that.
Anyone with access to the network can create a WAP. Yeah. techniques for rogue machine detection and visual inspection, port or switch. Oh, looking inside cabinets and underneath desks for taped mounted Raspberry Pis and other microcomputers is very important. In a couple of the, probably more than a couple of the Darknet diaries, somebody takes their Raspberry Pi in. It's really easy because you can slip it into your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Real tiny, yeah.
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 Packet sniffing, no. I need to get mine out. Scan and sweep events. The term scan may refer to specifically a port scan on a single host, which is like fingerprinting to enumerate the ports open. A sweep is probing a range of IP addresses to discover hosts. Port protocol. Okay. So let's see, DHCP, so rogue logs, DHCP logs, port-based access control 802.1x, NAC, IDS, and network scans. IANA maintains a net list of well-known 0 to 1023 ports, registered 1024 to 49,151. I always thought it was 151. And then when 49,151 to 65,535 are dynamic or private range ports. Look up suspicious ports on speedguide.net, ports PHP, to see if that port is known to be used for malicious purposes. Speedguide.net. Okay. Non-standard port mitigation. Shell and reverse shell. Configure firewalls to allow only whitelisted ports. Yeah. Can cause numerous support issues and help desk calls.
I bet.
Documentation and testing is critical. Yeah. Shell and reverse shell.
Yes.
Shell, attacker opens the listening port to expose shell access to a local host, like a limited function, SSH server, but no password. Reverse shell, more common, victim system connects to the attacker, works through the firewall as connection is initiated from the inside. Yes. You can use a rat to obtain a shell on a compromised system. Traffic received by the infected host is then redirected to the command prompt.
Wow.
Netcat. Oh. Why? Okay. Netcat is open source tool native to Linux, often used by attackers because it's so good. One common method uses a listener started on a victim machine 10.1.01 and set to pipe traffic through a program, such as a command interpreter or file handler. Verbose network ports. Bring it back to 8080, so Netcat, listen and give me verbose information. So, we've got Netcat up here. So, using registered ports, this command helps to listen, give me information for this network port 8080 on this machine. Used the other way around, NetCat would on target system, CAT, sensitive bile, XLSX, so we're looking at the sensitive bile and then pipe it into NetCat 10.1.0.249.81.81. On the handler 249, the attacker receives a file using the following command: netcat 1 to port 8181, and then copy it out to this file. CryptoCat performs a similar function but the ability to encrypt. SoCat is a bidirectional tool and supports better shell functionality such as keyboard shortcuts. An open source Puppy, P-U-P-Y tool in GitHub is being developed as a means of evaluating exposure to post-exploitation techniques. That's pretty cool. I like all those tools.
Me too, I'm learning. I can't wait. Build that. Okay. Cats and stuff.
All right. High resource usage is not a clear indication of malware. Now, it could be a gone wild VM or something. Careful inspection is required. Many desktop applications can cause high resource usage. Anybody with a memory leak, malware scanners, software updaters, office productivity files such as worksheets, spreadsheets, optical character recognition software, all kinds of other ones. Top and free are two commands that you can use in Linux to be able to see the top user of, the resources, whether it's CPU, memory, the hard disk, the network, scroll, real-time table of every running process. And then free is show me memory utilization. I need to know what's used and what's free. Top and free.
Test question, yes.
Oh, HTOP is a good one because it makes it human readable.
Oh, wow.
Human readable. Plus it has mouse support and more easily read. Yes. Okay. HTOP. Staging areas and exfiltration. While some attacks are purely destructive, many seek to exfiltrate data. In data exfiltration, malware can use several different techniques to stage data before exfiltration. File systems can be scanned for the archive, compression, encryption types such as RARs and gzip, not used generally in regular types of machines. Files stored in system folders or in system root are also suspicious. Staging areas, temporary files and folders, user profiles, recycle bin. That's a really good place to stage information because
Wow.
nobody's going to look in the recycle bin. And printers are a really good area to do a APT or a RAT because nobody's going to look at a printer.
Oh, access Trojan. Oh, great.
stored in system files, which are also suspicious. File and file system viewers, and directory dir with DOS /AX filters, all file and folder types that match a given X, okay. dir and then AH show me the hidden files and folders. Oh. Capital A, no, doesn't matter what it does. Q shows me the ownership, and R displays the alternate data streams for the file. Drive capacity could be somebody just filling up your hard drive with nonsense, or you could just be using your hard drive. Malware sometimes caches files locally for exfiltration, may also fail system logs, yes. File system analysis tools for Linux is LSOF, DU, and DF. Directory user, directory files. List of files. LSOF, list of files. Because LS is like dir. You list. So LSOF, list of files, and then directory per user, directory files.
Gotcha.
Okay. Obvious IOCs are known to malicious software, worms, viruses, trojans. Common attack tools are highly concerning. Same tools often used by security personnel and administrators as a normal part of their work. Okay? Web, DNS, and virtualization server software installed on a workstation. Workstations typically do not run the server system. It's like one of the admins that we had. One day, somebody called me from here. I was out somewhere, and they're like, "So could I use your username and password to get into these servers back here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "So what's going on there?" And he goes, "Well, so and so is drunk out of his mind. He's laying on the floor in Maury's office."
Wow.
And he's just passed out. And I'm like, "What?" And anyways, he spent the next week in the hospital drying out, and basically, so when I came back, I had to go into the office and change his password and stuff like that. And I noticed that there was a webcam over his workstation. I thought, why is there a webcam up there? So I pulled the webcam and I looked through his files and stuff, and oh my gosh, the pics that were on there. He was running a porn site at work. Underneath his desk, he had a big old duffel bag, a gallon of vodka. He had his mouthwash on the shelf, and he was just partying evidently back there. Yeah.
Oh my.
Strange things that you'll see at work.
Wow, yeah. You got stories.
Unauthorized scheduled tasks and cron jobs. Cron, again, is the task scheduler in Linux.
Gotcha.
Allow routine and important maintenance processes to run in an automated way. Did you get that, the DOS prompts that said this is a logic bomb, this is a rat?
Yes, we did.
So Sean gave that to me, during a test, because it was like, what is this? I've never seen this before. And I'm like, okay, so first thing I looked at was I saw cron right there, and I thought, well, that's gotta be a logic bomb because they're scheduling task out. And then the other one that ran the process that actually put a rat into the machine. And I'm like, it's logic bomb and rat. and so, because I'm the Linux person, and so often used to run backups and maintenance scripts, and are often abused by attackers and malware because it looks like something that should be happening, but it's not. Automate communication with the CNC server and launch a reverse shell when the system restarts.
Hmm.
Yep. System and registry changes. An attacker may change critical system configuration stored in system files and registry keys. Yes. Change or disable essential security settings or store malware and scripts.
Do you feel that's right? Do you think that's right? Just do all that? Store malware scripts, change, disable.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when attackers go in there.
Okay.
They'll store the malware in the registry. They'll go in and do a DNS change, farming attack, a poisoning attack.
Okay.
They'll do all kinds of different types of
I
things.
can see these. Okay.
Review unauthorized software concepts, new files or folders in unexpected locations, yes. Unusual file or folder names, like I told you about that guy who hacked the legal file server and put his information in there. Unexpected or unauthorized changes to files, removing temp files, clearing temp files, and deleting log entries. So it behooves any attacker to go in and remove the entries in the log files that they created while they were in that server. That's part of the cleanup. If somebody is auditing that, they will see that has happened. But generally that doesn't happen. There is a I love sysinternals. I love that software. It is amazing. Developer Mark Rosenbich's presentation on advanced malware hunting techniques using sysinternals. YouTube, do you see that link?
Yeah.
Okay. Task list is a command in Task Manager displaying memory usage. Task kill can be used to terminate a suspect task. Your process memory and process explorer, sysinternals, oh my gosh, it's such a good tool. In the security classes in Microsoft, we use sysinternals, and it's just amazing. Task list is a command you can use in Task Manager. Is a command line version of Task Manager. Okay.
I like that. Command line instead of regular GUI.
Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. There are so many SPC hosts that are running. Unreal. Lots of Firefox.
Yes.
And PE Explorer from heaventools.com. Core processes. So we've got the kernel, and the kernel is system exe. System manager, the process is child process of systems, responsible for managing sessions, monitoring other critical system processes. Your client server runtime subsystem, the CSRSS process is started by SMSS and manages a console, thread creation, APIs. Windows initialization process loads during the boot and is primarily responsible for starting other processes. Service control managers, child process of WinInit, responsible for managing system processes. And LSASS is a child process of WinInit that enforces security policies and manages user logons, password changes, and access tokens. This process is easily viewable in built-in task manager utility or in System Internals Process Explorer. Procman is amazing. Process Monitor, you can go deep. Oh, here we go, good. Deep into the processes. And you can go, it's like a black hole, just like the registry.
Yes.
And you can create viruses in here. Change software to exploit a vulnerability or open a backdoor. Unauthorized privileges, privilege escalation attack, modify group membership. Yeah, those things are like, we teach those just in Microsoft classes. That's why we audit machines.
Yeah.
Right-clicking on any of these processes reveals the properties,
Right.
where you get more information. Okay. Auditing account usage, unauthorized sessions, failed logins, new accounts, guest account usage, off-hours usage, and abnormal behavior. I wish that they would just get rid of the guest account.
You would? Why?
Oh, nobody should enable it. It should be disabled at all times. Just not cool. Okay. In Linux, viewing processes is just basically PSID. And then background services are known as daemons.
Daemon, yep.
Yeah.
Those.
Or daemons. When Linux boots, the kernel loads into memory and executes an init daemon, the initiation. And it's generally PID1. Init daemon loads all the processes listed in configuration files. A full list of all user processes can be done with a -A, lowercase e. By default, the command shows the user started a process PID or ppid on a terminal. To find the ID of cron, ps -C cron. Unauthorized privileges, privilege escalation tab provides higher system privileges. Auditing, audit, abnormal behavior, user account behavior monitoring changes, system policies or privileges is essential. Privilege changes can be tracked using audit logger, analyzed using sysinternals access check or access enum. Microsoft gives comprehensive guides to auditing security auditing clients. In the Windows 10 is at Docs, Microsoft US Windows. Nessus Vulnerability Scanner by Tenable. It is popular. It is one of those that initially, by default, if you got the demo version,
I got the free version.
just downloaded it. It would post the vulnerability scan out on the internet initially.
Okay.
And then people figured that out and sued Nessus and said, So they changed that, obviously, so it wouldn't post it out there. And I think what they were just trying to do was to advertise, hey, look, we do vulnerability scans. And then big companies started getting it. I saw the California DMV Nessa scan out there one time.
Wow.
And GM Motors. So,
Wow.
you know, it's like, yeah,
You don't have that
okay.
proprietary information. Yeah. Well,
Not okay.
oh. Wow.
Product is free to use for home users, but paid for subscription for enterprises.
Yep.
Nessus is also supplies source code as many other scanners. Custom plugin can be created using Nessus attack scripting language. NASL. Sounds official, doesn't it?
Yes.
So Nessus is a good scanner, it really is. Oh, I love this. DOS and possible remote code execution. Patch now. Exploitable width section from a SANS Internet Storm Center. Alright, Greenbone, OpenVAS, open source software managed by greenbone.net. Commercial version is available for free. It's developed and used on Linux. Qualys, commercial scanner with many deployment options. Greenbone. I like their scanner. This is the Security Plus view. It's like, oh my gosh, there are tons of high risks or high vulnerabilities. What? Nmap.
Nmap, yes.
Scans a host to determine which services it is running. Okay. With Nmap, you can detect vulnerabilities and misconfigurations. Some common Nmap commands. Now, the lowercase s is scan. So it's, hey, go in Nmap and do a TCP scan. So minus lowercase s, capital S. Scan syntax, okay? Minus ST is TCP, UDP, U, and then port, and then you give it a port range. Scan the ports, port range, and this is scan users, ports, 161 on 10.10.10.23. So we're scanning SNMP. Okay. And whenever you see Nmap, look for the lowercase s,
Okay.
because that's scan.
Scan.
And then whatever the uppercase is, the argument.
Scan,
So,
uppercase,
scan,
argument.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scan versions of software, scan, whatever, okay,
Great. Thank you.
yeah. Nmap. Mass scan tool is another good option for scanning large networks, and it can perform scans very quickly. Mass scan. You should note, however, that speed generally involves a trade-off with accuracy, and it could be shut down because it could be an active scan or seen as an attack.
Wow.
This is scan versions, so scan B, and what they got out of this was, hey, on 8080, you're using HTTP Apache server 2.4.55 service detection. Okay. Extend Nmap tool using Nmap scripting engine, NSE. OS detection and platform enumeration, Windows user account discovery, identification of logged on users, Basic vulnerability detection performance, probing of web servers to gather HTTP data, adding geolocation to trace route probes, and many others. In Nmap scans, you can do output options. O, the lowercase o, is the option to do N, or normal human readable output. X is XML. G is graphable output, so you can search through the output. It's like Linux with all the, oh man. Should have brought my sweater today, but I didn't. Alright, social engineering vulnerabilities, where are we?
Oh, yeah, where are we?
That's Nmap fingerprinting,
Yep, and that fingerprinting, yep.
social engineering. So there was a company that went out and on the ROE, rules of engagement.
Where's the gate then? Yep.
They said that you hired us to do a black box test.
Mhm.
So basically we went from the parking lot in physical and logical test.
Okay.
They said in 6 months we'll come back and do a gray box test, okay? So with that then, they came back, they were doing their gray box test and they found nothing. The organization took everything they said to heart and they fixed everything.
Okay.
So now, a pen testing company cannot go out and find nothing because they'll think that they didn't do anything,
Right.
right?
Right.
You didn't find anything, why?
Right.
Okay, we're not gonna pay you.
Oh.
So basically, they go, all right. So in the lobby of the company, they put a table out there with clipboards.
Okay.
And they made a big banner and said $100 to the most secure password.
Oh, wow.
And users went up there and put their name and their password. Social engineering.
Wow. Oh my God.
Social engineering attacks are the most likely ways attackers will successfully breach any organization. This fact is often overlooked by IT departments. They think the users are going to be loyal. They
Right.
think that the users are going to not tell their password or not do this or not do that. Password length and complexity become irrelevant if employees simply hand over credentials when tricked. Measuring social engineering vulnerabilities is vital. People are complicated and frequently illogical.
True.
Testing can be tricky.
True. And you showed us on that video yesterday, 2 days ago, the baby sound made the person give up all the information.
Well, not that. Jenny is just good.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just good. So that made her seem, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, but yeah, that just kind of placed a little bit more pressure on the other person. Simulating social engineering attacks, security analysts can play the role of the attacker. Baiting and phishing attack simulations are very common. Follow the same approach as the actual attacker. Now, there was something that one of my guys in one of my classes, he goes, Christy, I need you to look at this. And so he said, he was a contractor, he was a government contractor, and basically the company that he worked for sent his tax form PDF to him,
Okay.
in an email. And he went in and clicked it and it says, you've been
Spoofed.
caught, in a phishing attack. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not fair.
Right.
Everything looked official, everything looked good, and that, no. That simply is not
That's
okay.
too good, right.
There should have been something in there
Right.
that said something, because I looked at it, looked at the IP addresses, I looked at everything in there, and it's like, no, that is not okay. That's not okay. So there needs to be something in there in the phishing attack that makes the person think, well, this looks official, I'll go ahead and click on this. But it's not. Baiting, an attacker leaves a USB drive in a conspicuous location to tempt someone to connect it to their computer. Baiting is easy. All you have to do is leave a USB stick on in a couch in a reception area. Somebody's always gonna plug it in.
It's normal. I mean, it's hard not to.
It really is.
It really is
really
hard.
is.
I normally run a scan, so as soon as it plugs in, Norton just boop, let's scan. So I
Yeah.
can scan.
Yeah. Common example of this attack is to create a file called executive bonuses or staff layoff plans. Once opened, that's a really good idea. Macro code designated to exploit the computer. Phishing, we know what phishing is. Attackers increasingly use AI, this is what I was saying. AI and social engineering attacks to craft more convincing targeted attacks. AI can automate the creation of fake social media profiles and analyze social media data to understand potential victims' interests and behaviors, and generate convincing phishing emails and chatbot conversations. AI can generate realistic-looking phishing emails that appear to come from a trusted source and are often even tailored to the interests and concerns of individual targets. AI systems can also analyze social media profiles and other publicly available information sources to craft personalized social engineering attacks. As AI improves and becomes more accessible, attackers will use it more frequently to create highly sophisticated and convincing social engineering attacks. It's interesting because that's what I've been saying all along about AI.
Yeah. Yep.
I hate to be right. Man, this breaks my heart. Two very popular tools are the Social Engineer Toolkit from GitHub and GoFish. That's pretty cool. Social Engineer Toolkit offers many capabilities such as creating legitimate looking web pages and creating malicious attachments, whereas GoFish is more focused on providing user-friendly graphical user interface and tools for managing campaigns. I think that information should be on the slide.
I put on mine. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to come back
that's good.
and do that. Oh yeah, okay. URL shorteners, online tools are for creating short links from long URLs. Primary risk in phishing attacks because they do cross-site scripting, yeah.
So those Bitly emails, those could be Bitly, that could be the shorteners.
Oh, yeah, they could be, yeah. Unshort me or virus total.
Mm-hmm.
Sites designated to help investigate shortened URLs without clicking them. Yeah, that I've seen Bitly quite a bit, yeah. QR codes, I like QR codes.
I do. I love them too. Especially my iPhone.
Obfuscation techniques. That is the perfect example of an obfuscation. Often used to replace URLs. Fun factor makes them more enticing for others. Yes.
Yes, I do.
The one I really like is that Chick-fil-A.
Well, what's that?
Have you gone to? So we have got a brand new Chick-fil-A in Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a mobile order lane.
Oh, really?
It's got 2 lanes and then a mobile order lane.
Oh my.
And you go up to a sign and it's got the QR, and it says, "Hey, I'm here," and then it throws your order in.
Okay.
Tell them that you're there. It's pretty cool.
Oh man, Chick-fil-A's lines forever. So do you normally do that line or do you do the regular?
I normally do that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I order ahead.
Is it pretty fast? Does it come in quick?
Pretty fast.
Okay.
Sometimes not so much,
Wow.
but it's you wait in line.
Yeah.
URL doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers, yeah. Doppelgangers, just like us.
Missing the dot between the subdomain and the domain. Like Google or www.google.com. Or swapping characters. This I've started to see. See the I in Google instead of the L?
Mm-hmm.
So substitute one or more characters in a URL for very similar looking ones. And you can see courier. It's generally in Calibri, but
That language, yeah. Word.
yeah. Swap it in Google, it does look like an L. I love this class. I love this
I
content.
do too. I'm glad you love it.
This new content is really good.
Oh, I'm glad you like that.
That's why I'm taking time on it, because I haven't
Mhm.
done this one yet. But
Oh, wow.
URL shorteners, encoding massive content. So, percent coding, percent to E, percent to I, E,
Mhm.
percent to and in the Security Plus book, it actually gives you those percent codes. Oh, wow. Do it.
Okay.
This is pretty, you can see it.
Yeah.
Most engines convert encoded URLs
Mm-hmm.
to percent encoding
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Yep. It's amazing, isn't it?
Screen capture in DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is not as secure as you think it
I
is.
don't use it no more.
Google bought it.
Oh.
Yeah, so they actually keep a history of everything.
Mm.
Okay, so this site is www.comtia.org certifications cybersecurity analyst. Huh. That's interesting. That'd be a really good way to hide things.
Mm-hmm.
And URL redirects. URL redirects often take advantage of poorly secure websites. URL redirection often looks like redirect is in there. Redirect to HTTPS other site. So they're taking the one site, redirecting it to the other site. Allows an attacker to use the site to send visitors anywhere. Website developers often use redirect on pages to send visitors to companion sites and payment processors, like they would with paying with PayPal instead of the credit card. Angry IP scanner. Where are we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. URL redirects, and then in the book there's a Angry IP scanner. This is really fun. You can scan an IP address range, and the angry part of it is it actually does go pretty fast, and it will scan. And it is a graphical tool in Linux, and you can get it for Microsoft also. Quickly scan network, identify connected devices, configuration information, and software versions. Look at somebody's using resin Y. 227. It's using resin. And then we've got somebody using 480.
Yeah, I see that there.
Oh, 80 and 443.
Yeah, lower on the screen.
Yeah, and these three also. Why? Alright. Maltego is a really cool one because it's got the visual representation, so it goes out and scans, and then it puts it in visual representation, so you can go and you can see, oh yeah, all right, I recognize that. So you can see this botnet, Danabot and CrookBot.
Let's take data bot. 5 times sleep. That's about fast. Wow.
So they went out to Spamhaus and Servial and blacklisted those sites. Cryptanalysis using AbuseCH URL intelligence. This is chapter 10?
Yeah, it's on 10.
No, 11.
11.
I want to make sure that I remember this chapter because it's got some really good stuff in it. Metasploit.
Oh, yes.
Metasploit looks for vulnerabilities, it exploits. Pro version of Metasploit includes advanced features and web-based user interface and identifying and validating vulnerabilities. Metasploit tools utilities are known to modern anti-malware software, which will alert or block attacks it initiates. Metasploit and then the interpreter it uses is really good. I mean, just really good. And again, Darknet Diaries does a interview with the guy who created Metasploit.
Awesome.
ReconNG uses, you can use it in parallel to Metasploit, and it similar syntax, use as Metasploit, and performs web-based recon. Web-based recon. Which open vulnerability scanner maintained by Greenbone? OpenBAS. What options can be used to run specialized scripts using nmap? -s, whatever. This describes a square box with a random looking content.
Oh, okay.
A QR scanner.
Oh.
Assisted lab, non-traditional vulnerability scanning tools.
I'll practice that.
Woohoo!
I would get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was 11. Okay. That was 11. Question we did there. The Montego. And that was open source published now. Great dog. Open box.
OpenBAS. Good stuff. Oh, good. We're going into Burp Suite. And OWASP. Z attack proxy. Let me see if I can download OWASP.
Square box with random looking corner design.
did it through a Yahoo search. Oh, gross.
Hmm.
That is just weird. Why is it doing Yahoo searches? Where are my settings? Search Yahoo, no. Google if nothing else. Not Bing. Not Amazon. I could use DuckDuckGo. Yes, you know you got 10 minutes, right?
Oh, sure, sure.
Why are you so dressed up? You
Oh,
going for an interview?
I always dress up. Oh, I just know 'em. I like to look good. Yes, yes, ma'am. We technicians, our jobs, they make us dress up. So it's been a way for years, especially when you talk to executives all the time, people above us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had a guy come in. I was out, and then I came back in, traveling. There was a guy in one of the rooms, and he was dressed in a three-piece suit. And,
Oh, right.
And I thought, okay,
Must
so
be the vice president or something.
I went up and said, hi, how are you? And who are you? And he goes, I'm John, I'm a new IT guy, you know, blah, 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 blah. I said, hi, I'm Christy, I'm an instructor here. And I thought, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Mm,
He has no idea what he's doing.
yeah.
And I said, you know you don't have to wear a three-piece suit, right?
Right.
He goes, oh no, I always dress up. I always like to look good, you know. And I'm like, okay. 2 weeks later, he ended up walking out because he deleted all of the backups to make more room for other things. And the Exchange server crashed, and he was in Maury's office, and Maury was saying, how are we gonna get it back? What are you gonna do? I don't know.
Oh Lord.
So he walked out. I thought, mm-hmm.
You're right.
No tech is gonna wear a 3-piece suit, cause he's gotta dive underneath desks.
Right.
And, get in the dusty,
Mics of the routers and the switches and networks, yeah, and the
Right.
back rooms, yeah.
Yeah.
IDFs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh my
That's
God,
right.
oh gosh.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
No.
I mean, because obviously he didn't know that. He should have known that as a technician. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but he probably didn't do help desk like we did. I didn't start help desk.
No. You got 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, I'm watching Metasploit download right now.
Oh, okay.
They got to do a silent PowerShell installation, so because when I try to download it, Norton blocks it. It
Yeah.
takes it off.
Right.
So so make sure it goes through. Wow, this is a great class. I mean, I'm just like got so many tools. I tell my friend I feel dangerous with this stuff. I almost like people watching you now.
Yeah.
Because you could do some damage. Okay.
No, we're not out to do the damage.
All right.
We're out to prevent the damage.
Right.
So watch that.
I want you there. Yeah.
Oh, it's just that.
Mhm.
Hi, I'm Jan. I'm the founder and CEO of Paperlike. And today I'll show you how to apply Paperlike on your iPad. And we'll do this together. Oh, and before we start, very important, make sure you're doing this in a calm, dustless room, or as dustless as possible. So what do I have here? I have a Paperlike. Let's open it. The inside we have this. Two screen protectors, postcard, application stickers, and a driveway. Before we start, I want to give us a very quick overview of what we'll be doing in this process. So what we'll be doing in the very first part is placing the Paperlike correctly on the iPad, sticking
job.
at
Good.
the top.
Okay.
And now we want to put this perfectly align the paper leg on the iPad, so that there's around 1 millimeter of space between the paper leg and the edge of the iPad. So it's completely normal if you see part of the bezel of the iPad. We made the paper leg white, so it's more easy to see that you're aligning it perfectly. So I have aligned very well here. Next thing I do now is hold it here and push down the stickers, these guide stickers, so that they stick well to the iPad. So you want to stick it nicely to the side of the iPad, and then touch this one so that they stick to the table, and then push the iPad sideways, and that will then put the sticker on the back of your iPad, like this. The next thing we do is get one of these two round stickers in the front, and put it on the side, and that will help us in the next steps to use this sticker as the handle, right? We'll be using it to open this way. So now we have this ready. I'll show you how to remove an existing screen protector on your iPad. Here is a paper leg. The first thing I do is get a card from my wallet, hold it here, and push down the stickers, these guide stickers, so that they stick well to the iPad.
Sanders, I got a question when you have
So you
time.
want to stick it nicely to the side of the iPad, and then touch this.
I had a question when you have free time.
Yeah, go.
I just tried to install this Metasploit on Windows, and my Norton's giving me Trojan anti-Trojan malware.
Yeah, I got that yesterday. It's not.
Okay,
There
so
isn't
verify.
anything, yeah.
Okay, because I'm reading the information.
I
It
got that
says-
yesterday. Run a scan though,
Okay.
but it's okay. I got that yesterday.
Oh.
Remember, yeah.
Oh.
When I did the Suricata. Yeah, Suricata.
So I can. Okay, so they're asking me, do I want to exclude the program? So I guess you're saying I can exclude it because it blocked it. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, of course it did.
Yeah.
It's Metasploit.
One so that they
Yeah.
stick to the table, and then push the iPad sideways.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
confirm.
that will then put
Okay.
the sticker on the back of your iPad, like this. The next thing we do is get one of these two round stickers in the front, and put it on the side, and that will help us in the next steps to use this sticker as the handle, right? We'll be using it to open this way.
It's just it's called Paperlike.
So
Oh
now
wow,
we have this
fascinating. That's
ready.
really
I'll
nice.
show you how to remove.
So it's more like writing on paper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You like technology. Yes, that's cool. I get one myself.
Well, I like this. This is my Remarkable. And if you look at this, then basically it's
Oh my God.
it's like
Huh. It's like paper, except it's on an
right,
iPad.
yeah, and if you write on it, it's not as slick.
Yeah,
So
it feels
basically,
real.
Yeah, it feels like you got something
exactly.
on there, right? And I really love this for note taking.
Oh, I do agree. I need it for note taking. That's a great idea for my iPad. Oh wow.
And so
Okay, what is the name of that brand? I ordered it.
it's called Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Yeah,
Okay.
Remarkable.
Fascinating. Remarkable too. There we go. Good graphics.
Yeah, and it really is. You can use it I use it for like presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And you can store things in the cloud, and so you
Yes.
can go out and
Yes.
get things from the
Yeah,
cloud.
for school.
Um,
Oh God, it's great for
I
college.
can link it to, a lot of, I can send
Oh,
information
my
by
God.
email, I can do
Wow.
convert to text, I can do all kinds
Wow.
of different types of things on it. Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay.
And so I was hoping that this would be more like this, right?
Uh-huh.
With the,
Yeah, it's definitely worth that. Ooh, yeah. Get that. Save that in my notes. Okay, I turn off everything.
I was upset yesterday, I got this in the mail, in the mailbox, and it was folded, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it says, do not bend on the,
Yeah,
on the
it's
container.
fragile, probably. Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay. So you so whenever I put these programs on, I need to turn off my antivirus. So I'm gonna get the.
Yeah, you're gonna get the warning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that first. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Or just put an exception on the firewall or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna trust y'all, but I got a lot of exceptions to put on here. Yeah. Okay. Let's just do cybersecurity.
All right. Get into Burp Suite. Burp Suite is pretty cool.
When you say it's cool, what makes it cool?
It's a really good tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burp Suite, okay.
All right. So, explore Burp Suite. It's for buzzing, password attacks, injection attacks, vulnerability scans. It's a popular tool for analyzing and exploiting web applications. It is developed by Port Swigger Web Security. And there's just all different kinds of things that you could do with it. It reminds me a lot of Wireshark in the way that it's laid out.
Mm-hmm.
One of the several flagship products produced by and maintained by OWASP
Okay.
is the OWASP Z Attack Proxy.
Mm.
That features functionality of Burp Suite,
Okay.
and it is an open source license. It's because it's OWASP. OWASP is all about training offensively. So, all right. Explore additional web applications, scanners with NIC2 and Arcana, American. Okay, that's okay. Maybe you can pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Arcany?
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 Yeah.
It's command line web-based graphical tool, audits HTML forms, JavaScript, JSON, input XML links, and orphan input elements. That would be a really good one. Actively tests many different web apps vulnerabilities.
Wow.
Yeah. And debuggers reveal the internal structure of malware. GNU debugger. You've got immunity. An advanced debugger used to reverse engineer and debug software. ImmunityInc.com. And open source and popular among reverse engineers, malware analysts, and security researchers.
Gosh, that's awesome.
GNU debugger, Linux tool. And that was down and dirty. Do you have a Linux,
VM?
what one do you have?
God, I just downloaded yesterday, so I'm
Oh,
brand
did
new
you have
tonight, so-
Kali?
Yeah, Kali.
Okay.
KLI. That's the one. God, it's so bad.
Ooh, you said why? Ooh. Get you testing right away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The new debugger, we've got now. Okay. Managing vulnerabilities in a hosted public cloud is more complex due to the dependence on the service provider, but there are cloud infrastructure tools that you can use. Scout
Okay.
Suite, powerful open source security auditing tool. Prowler, audit tool that you can use with AWS only. And PACU, or POCU, exploitation framework for evaluating an AWS environment. AWS is Amazon Web Services, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
I got the account
Okay.
with them for years.
Scout Suite, you need a user with an API access key. The user account should be configured with least privilege.
Least privilege.
Least privilege, yeah. Can scan AWS for issues with Scout Suite and AWS CLI installed. The tool produces an output of an HTML report, and the report is in the book. Wow, that was quick.
I know, right? That's
Holy-
really a small
Holy
chapter.
cow, wow.
Come on.
Yeah,
Damn. It's all programs. It's all programming. That's what it's probably saying.
well,
The
even
time
if
to
I
take
read
it
the
in
whole dang
program.
chapter, it would take like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the programmer has to take the hours and we
It's
doing
got an
that.
IM dashboard in there,
I
that's
see.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Specialized applied application scanning tools are designed to local issues within applications.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then the cloud. Yeah. Oh, there's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it be okay. That sounds like
Mostly AWS tools.
Mostly okay. Prowler. On the 13th probably is longer though.
Gonna be an early day today.
No, not for me. Scripted to it. You're going to the big part, scripting.
Well, you won't be hearing from me a lot today.
Oh, okay.
Meaning my job ends with the chapters.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but you know.
Yeah, I plan on getting all these programs installed. That's what I want to make
You
sure.
don't have to do all of them.
Yeah, I do. That's
No,
what
you
I
don't.
love these things. This is about just paying for this. Shoot, I'm getting my money's worth. I just want to make sure I get past these. You know, you said Metasploit. That's going to cause with Amazon Web. Would these programs cause an issue with Norton? Because I'm trying to go through Norton right
Oh
now.
yeah.
All
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
they will.
Okay, all they
Yeah.
will. Okay, it's big shot.
And in the labs, a lot of these programs should be in there also.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So I can be able to practice that and
Right.
to do it in my own.
Yeah.
That's all.
And in somebody else's environment instead of on your
Yeah,
machine.
yeah. Eventually my own. Okay. Bash, okay, bash. Show your files with your PowerShell. Regex. I use regex. My job now. From a router again. From a router. Oh yeah. Gateways.
Well, we may as well do 13 if you're just downloading. Then after lunch we can do test questions in Sims.
Okay.
So 13, understand Bash shell scripting, PowerShell. Oh, this is not a scripting class. I'm sorry. Essential scripting commands allow automation of tasks with Bash and PowerShell. Essential for automation efficiency. Automate tedious tasks that are slow and error prone. Yes. Locate important information stored in logs. Automate complicated commands that depend on command line tools and used by pen testers and attackers to enumerate hosts and networks or automate the steps required to exploit workloads. Yes, okay. So Linux and Unix commands, cat will display the contents of the file. Tail, the last 10 lines, head, the first 10 lines. Touch allows you to create a file. So if you touch TOUCH and then the file name, it makes a file name. Then you could go into VI or, and then just go in and put the contents in that file.
Okay.
To see something, you would do a list, ls. To make a directory, it's mkdir. To copy a file or directory, it's cp. And to move a file or folder, it's mb. Also, in moving allows you to rename files and directories, not copy.
Okay. Let's rename them.
rm removes a file or directory. File determines the type of the files, generally text in Linux. ls lists the contents of a directory. Locate finds files in a database. Find searches for files by parsing the file system. It's like a search. wget is retrieving the contents from an HTML server, and curl is similar to wget but includes more sophisticated options where you can craft a URL. It's curl. Craft a URL. By or Vim is a file editor that you use in terminal. It is popular, but it is not intuitive to use. It is just one of those things, it's like you've got to get used to the commands. But I love on YouTube to see guys that use Linux all the time use VI or Vim. Holy cow. It's so cool.
Wow.
SU is switch user, and then sudo is switch user and do it. So sudo will allow you to switch to user. See, sudo root, sudo and then root. And then root says, okay, so what's a password? And then you type in the password. And nothing types as you're typing. So it's like you're not typing anything. It's like, why isn't my keyboard working?
It's kind of invisible.
So it's like it types, but you won't
can't see it.
So this allows you to run like 10 commands. Okay? But if you su to root, then you become root, and you've got to su back to your user because then you run as root all the time.
Oh wow.
And whatever you do,
you're at the base level.
You have to make sure that you know that you're you.
Right, at the root.
Root. So a lot of times you go, who am I? And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm root or I'm user or I'm whatever. User add adds a user mod allows you to put the user into or to modify the user, the attributes, just like any other thing, and then you could use or add to a group. Chmod allows you to be able to
Test
change
questions, yes.
permissions to
Chmod,
own.
Chmod.
You don't change permissions with to own.
Okay, you don't do it, John. Nope, don't check.
Change read or write. What? This is wrong. So Chmod allows you to change permissions on a file or folder.
Okay.
To own allows you to take ownership of a file or directory.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna update that.
Huh. Why would they do that? Change the read and write execute. Well, I guess, no. Okay, and then make FIFO is similar to the concept of a standard pipe. So the pipe, which is right above the enter key, right hand side.
Yeah, I do know.
The pipe style is implemented as soon as, style pipe, but implemented as an actual file, okay. Pipe allows you to be able to
Separate
pipe one
and
command
write
into
to-
another.
right.
So one output is the input of the
Of another,
next
yep.
command.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do that now, Cisco voice.
Variables hold reusable values, and that's where we were saying that the $1 must have been a variable because it kept using $1 as an input to a different thing. So
Mhm.
variables are foundational to using scripts, and variable values can be set dynamically, and you would use that all the time because instead of typing out just one command, then you can set a variable and type the variable and it will type out the command. It's kind of like a macro. Shell scripts support many mathematical functions. Yes. And then there's Nano that you can use. Nano is a little bit easier to use because it's got the commands at the bottom. So it's like Control G for help and Control X for exit and stuff. So Nano is a little bit easier to use for the normal type of person that's used to like Notepad or something like that. But with V, you've got to use commands like :Q or exclamation mark bang :Q or whatever. There's tons of different shortcuts like that in VI. And of course it doesn't go into that, but it's willing to go into. There's different kinds of shell. There's a corn shell, the bash shell, PowerShell.
I see it.
Arithmetic and Boolean operations, so the nonce, Boolean, if then, else operators are important decision making in a shell script, especially for looping operations, so you can loop something. If else, while you're doing that, then you can go in and do this. Meta characters or have special meaning in shell. So meta characters like the asterisk is everything. So if you go and search for like PDFs, you can do star dot PDF. So search for all PDFs.
Okay.
You can use a question mark in the place of another character. I'm looking for the name Anne. Okay. It could be ANN or ANNE or ANNA. So I'm going to put the question mark at the end of Anne, and it's going to look for all instances of Anne.
Okay.
And then we've got brackets and the single quote, the double quotes, and the various different types of things, the greater than, less than, and the caret is the control, the pipe, the different things that you can enclose in parens.
Okay.
Substitute commands, substitution variables can use stored commands, and redirection is, hey, we're gonna redirect this out to the printer, or we're gonna redirect this to, so they've got the standard input like a keyboard, a mouse, and then you've got the standard output, which is the monitor, a printer.
Mhm.
So you can say, hey, stand in, stand out if you wanna redirect. Or you can redirect to another file. Allows the output of commands to be sent to other locations, such as a file or another program. PowerShell. PowerShell is not similar to Unix and Linux systems because PowerShell uses commandlets to be able to do its thing. It says it provides similar command line capabilities as Unix and Linux.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not anything like it. Many concepts in Linux shell scripting also apply to PowerShell. PowerShell uses commandlets. So you could say, so this says new item. Okay, see, it doesn't give you anything on the slide.
Mhm.
So you could say get user, get AD user, get content, get add item, whatever. So you've always got the verb first, and then RD, VERB, and then you've got a noun, and the noun is always NOUN. What's wrong with you, Christy? Is always singular. So we've got the get, and then AD user. And behind this single command,
Mhm.
there could be a number of different commands
Subcommands.
within that.
Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's called a commandlet.
Uh-huh.
So all you have to do is this, and then the commandlet runs behind it.
Oh, wow.
It's like a module-oriented programming.
Okay, okay.
Like C++.
C++,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So with that, then I can go in and I can do many other things.
Wow.
And if I want, and PowerShell has its own modules. Basically, you've got to input that module in order to be able to use it. PowerShell in itself is a local utility, but if you want to use PowerShell for Active Directory or PowerShell for DNS or DHCP, you've got
Yes.
to plug those in.
Ah, okay.
Because they all have the different commands that run behind it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So in like it says, no, like Unix and Linux, no, it's not at all like it.
Mhm.
But
Great
it's okay.
example. Outstanding. Outstanding. Yeah, because we have to use it for Active Directory. That's definitely big.
Oh, and AD Active Direct AD ADAC, ADAU, ADAS, one of those. ADAC, I think it is instead of using the user. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. ADAC, why I keep coming back to that, is built on Active Directory. No, it's built on PowerShell. The ADAC, yeah.
Okay.
In the Active Directory, you've got the users that you can actually use, and then you've got your domain.
Yep.
So instead of using that, you use the ADAC in the top. I can see it.
That's good. I understand. Got it right there. I got it too.
You can do many things through that, rather than through the normal user AD user AD group. Okay. Windows Management Instrumentation Command Line. You should know this. A powerful command line tool for administrative use. Query, configure, manage various system components. Power and versatility make it a valuable tool for attackers. Yes, indeedy. Python is a
Yes.
good one. I
That's
don't
mine
know
right there.
Python.
Yeah, that's what we learned, yes. Last year, got my Python now.
You did?
Yeah, for voice. Yeah, everyone's going to Python.
Oh, for voice. Okay.
Yeah, for figuring out gateways and switches now.
Do you use
Scripts.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
We have to now. Jobs expect us to.
Oh, okay. An interpreted, high-level, general-purpose programming language. Highly customizable and a large community of contributors. Used in data science, finance, computer science, system development, system engineering, cybersecurity, Python programs and scripts use PY extension. Scripts require Python runtime and is frequently included on Linux systems. The extensibility and power perform many adversarial tasks. They go into a lot of description about Python
Yeah,
and hardly any on WMIC and PowerShell.
it's the future. It's the future. Python's the future.
See, we've got 3 bullet points here, 3, 4 here, and then
Yeah.
we've got a
It's the
ton
future.
here. In Python, regular expressions, powerful tool for manipulating data and text, concise and flexible means for matching strings. Pattern matching is essential for locating data based on characters and search for something when its value is unknown. Credit card numbers, phone numbers, etc., etc. And JSON.
Oh, yes, JSON too. Both of these. It's like XML.
An object-oriented, event-driven programming language that enables website interaction. JSON is a derivative of JavaScript, a common language used for data interfaces. Yes. XML. Text-based markup language and uses tags. Primary purpose is to transfer data.
That's right. Awesome. It's really great stuff. This is a deep chapter. It doesn't seem like it, but the information.
Yeah,
For all of
when
us
you
guys.
get little blurbs like that, it's like you're not learning anything. You're learning about it,
Right. Until you
but
do
you're
it.
not learning anything in the. It's
Mhm.
like you cannot in one basic
No.
learn a whole scripting language.
No,
Like,
we gotta take years.
I've gotta do Python, I guess, huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Anomalous activity, unusual network traffic, you see spikes, abnormal resource utilization, malware might cause password attacks, resource intensive application attacks, hardware failures, yes, suspicious user behavior, somebody's not behaving quite right, they went left instead of right out there. So unauthorized attempts to access sensitive data, accounts performing actions that should not be able to complete, and unusual system events. We know when that happens. Do you know what the first bug was in a computer?
No, what was it?
So it was in the day where you had one of those huge servers that were programmed by pulling one plug out and putting it into another slot.
Mm-hmm.
And one day they noticed that nothing was working. I mean, it's like, this is just not working. Why is this not working? It worked yesterday. And they went behind the server to be able to look at all the different connections. And they noticed a moth. And the moth was like, he's making a connection between two of the
Oh no.
inputs. It was a literal bug.
Oh, bug by bug. Yeah. Wow. It was a. That's something else. Wow.
Yeah. Introduction of new accounts, unexpected output or output communication. A sign that an attacker has successfully compromised a system is attempting to exfiltrate data, establish a backdoor, obtain secondary vectors, and communicate with a CNC. A backdoor generally goes in puts them in as an administrator. Sometimes employees create ghost accounts
Mm-hmm.
to obfuscate their activity and to hide their primary user account. I always made a Pred admin account, Pred Flintstone, you know.
Uh-huh.
So Pred would always be my back door,
Mm.
just in case something happened on the server that I couldn't get in.
Right.
And it is important to note, however, introducing new accounts is not necessarily suspicious.
True.
Creating accounts is necessary for new employees and contractors. It's essential to create a context in which those new accounts are introduced.
Good point.
Service interruption. Service interruption can signify malicious activity, may indicate an attacker has successfully compromised the machine. I went on, one server was acting kind of weird one time, and I went on that server, and I looked at the event viewer, which is not normally where I go first. I usually do Control-Delete and go to the task manager. Task manager is amazing.
I love Task Manager.
I do
every
too.
day.
And
Sub right
then,
now.
yeah, and then I went to the event viewer, and the
Yep.
server was vomiting, I mean, just huge amounts of this same, this application is trying to start. And I'm like, so what's that application? So I went in and looked, and we don't use the application, the service wasn't starting, somebody was trying to start the service
Okay.
so they could use it to get in.
Mm.
So I knew that the server was being attacked.
Yep. Yeah.
So, basically, just went through some steps to try to figure out if they were in or if they were still outside. So, application logs record detailed information about the behavior of applications and users. Wazoo dashboard. So, unusual network, unexpected files or processes started, unexpected communication. Okay, we talked about those this morning.
Yep.
Service interruption, denial of service, ransomware, infection, exploiting vulnerabilities, insider threats. People do make mistakes. Mishandling data, making mistakes, introducing malware. In application logs, monitoring for unusual and unauthorized access, tracking changes to application settings and configurations, detecting anomalies in application. Source of security incidents, identifying them, and auditing user behavior. Analyzing suspicious behavior through Wazoo is the same dashboard. Wazoo, in this example, we see signs of serious trouble. Review the dashboard and observe a number of authentication failures, a spike in the trend graphics, indication of a level 12 or higher alerts.
Mm.
Authentication fail, okay. Yeah, there's a huge spike in that. Screenshot by Wazoo. Okay. Confirming the findings, so we've got, well, this isn't the same thing. Where is it? Okay. Here. They're confirming through the command line, the var log, auth log, failed password attempts. Well, that looks exactly like a brute force attack.
It does.
Yes, it does. SSH2, they're coming on different ports.
Yep.
Tricky little devils, but they're not getting in. Drilling deeper into the event. Highlights, okay, so we see that there is all kinds of values. Login session closed, defense in doubt. SIEM has determined that the password attack was successful and that the attacker gained access to the server and created a new user. Okay. Confirming the findings. Oh yeah, so we've got new user. Tux. Haxer. See the haxer right here? I'm a hacker. I'm going to use Haxer. Haxor. I have to remember that. Wazoo. Okay. See on the boards. Oh, Chuck's got on.
Oh, yeah, you got it successful, yeah.
Yep, we grabbed some things.
Amazing. Fascinating.
Data scientist's computer suddenly displays a very high CPU. You determine data scientist is using the computer to analyze customer buying trends over the next 5 years. Does this likely constitute suspicious activity?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't think so. Because like they just said that the data science computers like mine, it has a big high CPU usage.
Yeah.
So the task manager is going to be revving all the way up anyway.
Yeah, yes. Explain the purpose of the following command. Cat, bar, log, off log,
pike,
cut, D.
Fef, file, that's file, okay, file. So fields 1 through 5, fields 1 through 5. Yeah, see, preliminary. Oh, that's okay, that's preliminary. Log. Space, limit, space, preliminary, save, field.
Well, they've got all kinds of talks at Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Things. All the example is by talks at Ubuntu. Tux is naughty.
So when's the last time you taught this beautiful class? This is an advanced level class.
I am not sure.
Oh wow, it's great to be
Yeah.
one of the few.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's awesome. Glad to be one of you. So it hasn't been taught this
Yeah,
year.
and this one, this version is brand new.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What type of events are contained in the file identified in the previous question? Oh, so
User
it's an
counts.
authorization log. So
Yeah, user count.
yeah. So, and if they've actually tried to get in 1 to 5 times, then basically go ahead and tell me what's going on in there.
Awesome.
That's it.
So I'm
Dude.
going back to chapter 12 and work on installing these programs. I gotta get through this Norton antivirus exclusions. Yeah. Norton antivirus heuristics here.
Man, we just get shorter and shorter.
I didn't expect it. I was expecting 16 chapters, you know, like last says.
In Security Plus is 20, 21.
Case load.
All right.
It's close to-
Well, we're almost in time for lunch.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Block and organization required. Okay.
And I'm here if you have questions.
Okay.
but you are not required to stay all day.
Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. I just want to get these programs while I'm here in the frame of mind before I leave. Go. It's okay for me. Is it okay for me to watch Dr. Diaries?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
good. Appreciate it.
So that part, okay, that's legal. But then we start trying to figure out whether an Emirati hacking into a terrorist phone who's also in the UAE is legal or not. In the US, it probably isn't legal unless you're given express written consent from the US State Department. What about over there? Now keep in mind this company did have all the approvals they needed from the UAE government and the US State Department to do this. So yeah, it might be a little easier to get approvals for things if Emiratis have other Emiratis,
Mhm.
but if an American were to do it, I don't know, would it be different? It's complicated and it makes my head spin. But you see how murky this gets, right? But whatever, it's not something I'm gonna be able to solve here. At this point, the UAE government was pleased with the work that Project Raven was doing.
So the first 4 to 6 months, that's what we're doing. Anytime we had an alert or a red flag of a probable or anticipated event, we would sort of start the process of doing research to see if we can identify whether or not it's a valid threat.
Now, it's also important to say that all of this data exfiltration David was doing on the targets was only that, data exfiltration. It was never on a mission to drain a terrorist bank account or disable a car remotely or do any disrupting, degrading, or destroying things that other hackers might do. This was just collecting communications. This went on for a while, but then at some point, the requests from the UAE government started to get a little weird.
You know, the unfortunate thing is things did get weird for quite some time because the requests look very similar to what we are currently working on. Okay, this looks like that some of their funding might have come from over here. Can you guys, what would be necessary for you guys to prove that a country, for instance, is funding terrorist activity? And then our response would be gain access to the country, gain access to this particular shop or this person, and then read this stuff from the perspective of we're still sanctioned to perform these activities under the State Department. Um, and again, this might have been just me being naive about the entire situation. Chances are other people in the shop knew the answers to the questions of this is not sanctioned. But me being so new to sort of this entire community, this whole world, I'd be like, okay, well, this is approved. This is sort of one of the, they wouldn't be asking unless it was an approved request.
Keep in mind, the government branch of the UAE communicating with Project Raven is called NISA, and this is UAE's version of NSA. So NISA told them to gain access to that foreign government's country's network to see if they're funding terrorists. So David's team got busy scanning the IP space of that target country's government network. And you'll never believe what they found. Stay with us.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you my screen, I got a CVE vulnerability from NIST, and when I installed this Metasploit, and it's showing it from NIST that it blocked it, the actual particular sub file by the auto protect.
Where did you get Metasploit from?
I got it from the actual Metasploit website.
Well, if I wouldn't put it on Windows. Metasploit usually runs from Linux.
Okay.
So I would just take it off.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you're getting all kinds of warnings on it.
Okay, good. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'll just put it on Linux then.
It's on Linux. It's on
Already
Kali.
there. Oh,
it's already on
okay.
Kali. Yeah.
So I can't use it on Windows. Okay, good. Thank you for the clarification. So that saves a lot. So just run everything in my VM. All this in my VM. Gotcha.